Welcome to my playthrough for a space survival game called Stars End. In the last part I started to put together a very simple base, got a few of the walls in place, and what I've also done off camera is I've now moved my workbench into the cabin. We've now got a sleeping bag laid out, and quite contradictorily we've got a campfire placed on a wooden floor, which looks a bit of a fire risk to me, but it works. And a big thank you for your comments and feedback. And one thing I do want to emphasize, and this is based on a couple of comments I've had, is the fact that everything I'm playing from this point on, in fact, even with the construction, is something I've never done before. So we are completely in unexplored territory. So what I'm actually doing at the moment is sharing with you my impressions of the game as we discover new things and move forward. So if I seem a bit hesitant and unsure what to do, that is the reason why, because I am literally discovering this game as we go along. And what I've been doing off camera is I've been looking at the crafting inventory, because what I was looking for is, I think it's under survival. I've actually found this wood container because I knew there had to be some storage here somewhere. So what we're going to do is I've knocked out some more wood planks and scrap metal. So what we're going to do is we're going to make what am I making? A wood container. It's a bit disconcerting that that's over the axe, because what I need to do now is work out a way forward to go forward, and to that end I've also been looking at the building items, not building tools, because we've got a lot of I did have a lot of things like iron ore and stuff like that, and we've got these different assembly craft benches. If I show you this, electronic components and all that, and a lot of it needs metal sheeting and other items. In fact, I think one of the ones I was looking at is the weapons bench here. You can see this needs iron bars, metal brackets, copper wiring, and I'm kind of thinking that I need a furnace here, because that's based on scrap metal, but it also needs concrete. And I was kind of trying to find where concrete is. Concrete that requires an iron refinery, so we've got to go. We only need some rock, but it needs an iron refinery. So that's something I wanted to look at in this part, and I've meant to do this. But what we're going to do first is, if I can find we're going to place this. Now, one thing I did find out from since the last part is that the center mouse wheel button actually rotates items, and these items can be placed almost anywhere you want inside, like that. Now, there's another thing I want to also talk about, and this is based on watching a video. Sorry, I can't remember the name of the person whose video it was, and they're actually playing multiplayer. And it seems that if you're in multiplayer, people can come up and steal stuff from your containers. Can we put stuff in here? What would I want to put in here? Obviously. Oh, so we can just drop things in. That's good. I mean, so we can just effectively drop all sorts of stuff in here. Take one sleeping bag with a sulfur. I mean, I don't know what the capacity of this is going to be. We've got a radar pad. I'm not exactly too sure what a radar pad does. Because what I want to do is just reduce this weight. I mean, we don't need an iron bar and an iron. I mean, we've got an iron bar and iron sheet. Anything else here? And we've got raw eggs. I'm just kind of trying to reduce that weight down a little bit. Backpack frame. And we've got loads of plant fiber as well. I mean, we can pick that up. The salt. Got a satchel here as well. And we've got a helmet. No, we can't get rid of the helmet. Okay. Cancel. Yeast. Ingredient used for production of bread and cakes. Credits. I want to hang on to the credits. Split. Let's just get rid of some of this cloth as well and put that in here. It looks almost, this is almost like an infinite storage. certainly don't want a vehicle spark plug. Another radar pad. I'm not exactly too sure what a radar pad is, but we'll drop it in there. And we've got hides as well. Just gonna drop those in. Combat knife. I would like to keep the combat knife. Stamina strong, can be strong enough for Starman Court. Green berets. Maybe we'll put some more of these eggs in. Actually looks very much like this stacks even more. We got 4. Put the 9mm rounds in there. I think that's about it. Weight 5. We're now down to just over 2,000. The other thing I would like to do is, I mean, we're okay for food. So we've now got to find an iron foundry. The refinery over there. You know, what I would like to do is go and explore this tarphite mine. Not exactly sure what tarphite is. We've got Solomon's Redemption that way, so we're going to go this way and check out the starphite mine. An oil tank. So we're just going to wander across the surface. Let me just check what am I looking for. Tools. We need concrete and scrap metal. We need more scrap metal and some concrete. Because I would certainly like to get a furnace going so that we can then start to turn some of these raw materials into something that's a bit more useful. What have we got here? It looks like there's some scrap metal. That looks very much like a scrap pile. An iron sheet. Ah. Oh well, never mind. Now one thing we can do is we come here and let's just get over this way. That's a danger. Is that danger upside down? Let's have a walk through here. Any scrap metal here? Come on, game. Here's the tarphite mine. There's this Solomon's Redemption up that way as well. Now, one thing I will say about this tarphite, and this is one of the reasons why I want to look at it, because if you go for a straight survival mode and don't do the prologue, tarphite is one of the main items that you will need for the making a claim module. We're in the tarphite mine. This is a refinery over there. Right, looks like there's some rocks down here. Lots and lots of loot containers as well, so we're going to go and check them out. Wildberry, back to 1 because that glitch is still there. Clayton Cola. Metal sheet and solar noodles. These big ones you can't seem to open. All Clayton Cola. Let me just... food is getting a bit low, so... I don't think we can eat this. We've got to actually have refined food. Oh, I shouldn't have brought the logs with me, should I? Use. And we didn't get much from that from the butter. Let's boost some. We'll definitely have to keep an eye on the food situation. Water's getting a bit low again as well, so we're just gonna. Thank you. gonna... Right, it says vehicle. What's that? What is that there? Vehicle. Oil-based fuel cell used to power ground vehicles. One fuel cell can only partly recharge the fuel tank. Okay. So we got fuel. We just need something to put it in. Getting really close. Right, this is tarpite ore. I'm certainly going to grab some of this. And so just to emphasize, I'm pretty sure if we go to crafting, survival, and if I show you makeshift claim, you'll see here to make this you need concrete and 8 tarpite ore. So we're definitely going to have to need to work out how to make the concrete. Resource completed. Let's just see what we got here. Right, this is flint. This could be useful. So how much flint did we get there? Oh, let's see. 5 tarpite ore, but 9 flint now. I think we'll get some more of this just to be going on with. I mean, if we need more, we can always come back here. This one's been a bit more resistant. Now I could literally stand here and mine out all this, but I think we can always come back if we need more. This is very much a process of learning the basics of the game. So we've got 10 tarpite ore. So if we need to make another claim, we can do it. Actually, have I got any rocks? Scrap metal, flints, survival, visions. We got some solar noodles and flour. Looks like we don't actually have any rocks with us. There's a bit of a foul. Let me just we'll shred some of these duplicates. Am I using a knife to shred things? Not a big fan of floral shirts on a good day, so it's interesting. I've got a pair of pants on and the spacesuit as well. Well, it's just I'm waving my axe around. I mean, is there anything in these big containers? Can't get to those. So I can... Yep. Right, we're going to need to gather some rocks. Is that there? No, nothing. That up there. I'm curious to find out what's up here. Now, I am aware that I'm getting a little bit of a long distance away from home, but we do have food, we do have water, and I do have a sleeping bag with me. Now, as far as I know, we can just drop the sleeping bag should we need it. Got Lieutenant Diesel up there. Maybe we'll go and say hello to him eventually. Solomon's. I'll just get over here. We've got to find somewhere where we can make. We got these buildings here. whole lot of them actually. Cacti, Redbury refinery. I'm pretty sure that refinery probably is where we're going to make the concrete. But we'll do a little bit of exploration anyway. Because we do need the scrap metal. Okay, let's have a look round. No. We can certainly get this. This is salt. If I can get anything out of it, yep. I'm certainly going to take the salt. Because the salt is quite fundamental to producing food. Found some nails. And some more nails and some more scrap metal. And some more scrap metal. We've done that one, haven't we? Yep. We'll just keep checking around here. Scrap pile there. Some more just tucked in there. Now one thing we do need to get is a horse, because if we get the extra mobility we will be able to find things. I want to go and check out Solomon's Redemption and see what we can find. I have a feeling we can mine these. Wow. Metal sheet. So these are quite useful. So how much? It'd be pretty nice if there was a way you can actually go down here. Oh, this is useful. In some ways this actually makes it a little bit easier. So respawn plates are there, scrap metal. We got 15 scrap metal. So we're going to head for Solomon's Redemption. What's this tree here? Is that collectible? Nope. I can hear a creature. I won't tempt fate by saying that I haven't seen many creatures for a little while. That is an almost guaranteed creature on the horizon. Right, this is Solomon's Redemption. I think there's a little bit of a glitch here, because there's two horses, one stood on top of the other. I seriously doubt that's meant to happen. Yep, but then the game is in early access, so. Right, so so there's some buildings here. This could be a really cool place for a base actually. We're certainly going to go up the top of there and see what we can find. There's got to be a way up. So we're just going to go up here and have a quick look. Wow. Authorized personnel only. We interact with this. Capture claim. Power cell requires 50. Oh, so we could capture this. Oh, that's cool. We could take this over if we had 5 power cells. And we would get a a pre-made base structure. I think that might relate to multiplayer, because I think there's a way in multiplayer where you can take over other people's bases. And I mean, I haven't played multiplayer yet, because one of the problems with the game is that there only seems to be one actual save game, which is a little bit unfortunate. And I didn't really want to commit to play multiplayer until I've got a feel for the basic mechanics of the game, because there's nothing worse than going into multiplayer and you don't know what you're doing, especially as the impression I've got by reading the forums is that there have been problems with people attacking and killing newbies, which is a little bit unfortunate. So we picked up, I was able to pick that one up. Now if I'm in the other one, so what did we pick up there? I definitely think there needs to be a way to rearrange this inventory so that you can gather things back together again. And it'd be nice if there was something that said like new items or something like that. Or did I just pick up credits? That looks a bit like credits, doesn't it? Although I'm sure it said power cells. Right, there's nothing up there, that's just the roof. We're just going to come down here. Seeing we're here, we'll go and check out the other building. Not that we're going to get much from it. There's a refinery 2 kilometers away. So coming this way is taking me away from the refinery. I'm sure it says refinery. Sorry, I keep going into the tools. It's the concrete components. Requires an iron refinery. Not exactly sure why concrete needs an iron refinery. Actually, I'm not misreading that in the sense that let me just check again. Sorry. That's the furnace. Molecular moisture evaporator. Cool. Do with that. Iron sheet, plastic, power cell, iron bar, landing pad, hydroponics grower, grazer. What's a grazer? A handheld tool used for obtaining. Oh, that could be cool. Distillery, food processor, clothing printer, advanced molecular synthesizer. No, so I definitely get the impression that that has to be something separate. Yeah, we've got a duffel bag. And another duffel bag. Just about to say there's normally one over here, but obviously there's not this time. Oops, gone. If we can find the apartment again. Oh, what we got here? Red. Take that. It's almost like you get a random drop just tucked in there. What we got here? A sleeping bag. As though I've got a shortage of sleeping bags. Go to see if that glitch in the previous part. Backpack shell. Bathroom suite. Nothing else here. And we're just going to go down here. And we're just going to jump out that way. And I suppose what we can do is grab some wood sticks. I think what we're going to do is work our way back towards my claim. Although it says that, and then we'll maybe check out the refinery. There's something there. Nothing that says we got to walk. So we'll just keep going this way. I just feel that these cone items have some form of significance in the game. So I just want to go and check that. See, there's another one of these tower-like things we can mine for scrap. It's almost like there's a ship up there as well. I'm just wondering if we give this a few whacks, whether we'll get anything out of this. We went up. Claim power cell required. 3 orbital mining vehicle repurposed landing pod used for mining orbital asteroids. Okay, so if we can get some power cells, we can claim. So these items laying around here are things that we can do to get out, and that's cool. I like that. First thing of those, we got to get the basics done here. We've got to get some concrete. Start making concrete, because I don't recall finding any concrete so far. And it'd be great to have a horse, but we need a saddle for a horse. Actually, how much do I need to make a saddle? Crafting. Survival. I don't think it comes under survival components. No. Building. I doubt very much of the building. It must be vehicles. Yep. We need 4 hide and 8 scrap cloth. So if we go and start picking a fight with some creatures, we could effectively make a saddle and then grab a horse. Then we can go and ride around a little bit and travel the ground a bit quicker. Scrap there. And maybe that's something we need to do. We've got an iron sheet. I mean, that would be really great if we could do that. I know it's a digression from what I said I wanted to do, but I think that might work. So what we want is some bug uglies. Let's make sure I've got. Oops. Make sure I've got. We're going to go looking for trouble. We're going to head back to the claim and drop off the resources that I've already gathered, and then we'll see how much hide I've got and see if we can make a saddle. Oh, is that the spaceship still showing on the mark? I wonder if I could get back into that and take off. Now there is an update. I don't know if it's actually been released or not, or whether it's still in development, where they're going to fix a couple of bugs about people gaming the what we call it, the ships. It seems that there's a way you can get a ship without actually doing things properly. So I'm just going to jump up into here and go to back to 1. I don't want to pick up onto F and access it. Now we do have hide. We've got 4 hides. So start with this vision or right. We've got hide and we've got scrap cloth. And we've got potatoes. We've got scrap metal. I'm just going to put that in there. On the iron sheets. And we've got some. I think we'll keep the nails in here as well, and the wood sticks. And got a little bit of iron ore. And of course, we're going to put the trapite iron in here as well. And we're going to put the planks in. So that we've got everything nicely made up. And oops, crafting, and we can make a saddle. Actually, let's just see if we can make some food as well. Where's the lighter? Oh, we got some vehicle fuel as well, which we better stash away somewhere. Maybe back here. What happened to that? Did that disappear? Right, horse. You know. Ah, sorry, I keep getting distracted. Right, we've got bug egg stew. Have I got any dirty water? Okay, probably the easiest way to check this is dirty water. Okay. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to convert all this dirty water into clean water, because there's no point carrying it with us. So I'll be right back once I've actually done it. So we've now made that. Let's make some, and what we're going to do is we've got some salt. We've got a big pile of, got some empty bottles as well, so we can go and put in that. Just going to make some bug egg stew soup as well. Right, and what I'm going to do now is make some bug egg stew. Right, I think that is enough. And we're okay for food. We need some water. We need to drink some water, so we're going to knock out some water. Food is a little bit low as well. I think we'll have some solar noodles. That's going to. And one thing I do want to do before we go and find a horse is we've still got bug eggs in here, satchels, iron ore. So I didn't actually put any rocks in here. Why won't that? Ah, so this must be full. And we need another container. I'm not sure if I've got enough to make another container. Let me just do that. Survival. Okay, I'm going to need more wood planks and scrap metal. That'll be for the next part. What I want to do this time is actually get a horse. We're just going to go and get here. All the horses seem to look the same. And we are now on a horse. And we just... Now, I'm going to be completely honest, I am probably one of the world's worst people for riding horses. That's real life and in games. It's motorbikes in Imperium, horses in this game, and horses in Skyrim. But we're going to go and check out the refinery. We've already visited it once before. I want to see whether this is actually the area there where... Oh. Oops. So this is just to see whether this is actually where we can refine the rock into concrete. Come on. So here we go. I'm on pressing control now, so we got a full gallop on. So this is where we visited before and looted stuff. I don't know if the horses are big, exhausted with my excesses with riding. And I'm just going to ride round. Of course, I've got to try it. Yay! Yeah. The vehicle expiring if left 48 hours if left unattended. that's something we need to do. And I actually need some rock. So I'm just going to go and get some rock. Oh, there's some. Hello, Mr. Bugugly. Just in case. Ah, you're coming at me, are you? I need the hide. Yes. Hey! Sneaking up on me, are you? Gotcha. And we need those are medicated bandages. Use. Right. Aha. It looks very much like the bugs hang around near space stations. I'm just going to get really close. And I just want to get a few rocks. Right, so how many rocks did we get? Loads of flints. We got 3 rocks, and to craft concrete we need, what's a concrete ceiling, white carpet, components, concrete. Now that should be enough to see if this will actually work. So, see if this is the refiner we need for. Use iron refinery. Okay, so we are. That's exactly what we want. So we can make copper, iron, and sulfur, and taphrite. So we can. So we don't actually need the furnace straight away because we can make iron and copper. So if we got the copper ore, sulfur ore, concrete. Okay, so I'm understanding that now. That's good. That actually makes sense. Okay, I think this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we'll probably start pushing a little bit more on in the sense of production, so that we can start maybe building our base a little bit better. Maybe making some specialized workbenches. We're going to need to get out and mine some more ore, make some more water. But we are now mobile, so I'm just going to jump on the horse. Until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.